Okay, everyone. Hello, it's me, Jojo, and I am back, which we probably never thought it was going to be possible, but it is. I am back with a new video, and today we are going to be talking again about something that has been making the rounds in my head, and I want to put into words for you. Um, I want to talk today about why it's so important for you to have a little creative project on the side. It doesn't have to be the main thing you do with your life. Like, for example, if you're an artist, obviously you're not going to be like, oh my god, I need to have a secret paint thing, because you don't need that. Or maybe you do, I don't know, but that's not what I'm referring to, is what I want to say. So if you watched my last video, if you haven't, you should. If you watch my last video, you probably know that I was at a job that was making me virtually miserable. Yes, ma'am. It was making me so actually miserable that it sucked out all of my creative juices. Like, I have always been someone who likes to write, who likes to play games, who likes to watch series, who likes to crochet, who likes to knit. I always have this sort of creative thing. It has started from when I was like 3, 4 years old. I begged my parents, apparently, that I don't remember this, but that's what they told me. I begged my parents to get me into a music school because I loved music so much. I still do. I think music is one of the things that has carried me through life. I wouldn't be anyone without listening to music, and I really appreciate people who make music because I like to listen to it. But getting back into the topic at hand, I've always had this creative edge to me. I just didn't know it was so important for me and my mental health to be so involved with something that was creative. In my work, it's not necessarily that it was just like mathematical programs, it was like super hard to do. It was more like very draining. My coworkers were also a little bit draining because they did things that weren't like okay, or weren't like, not everyone obviously, but there's like always this type of coworkers who don't really align with you and you struggle a lot working with them. And the whole work ambience wasn't okay, and then the clients also weren't okay because the management didn't want to do anything. I worked in a hotel, by the way. Management didn't want to do anything to fix the repetitive issues of everyday life, so I was just like a bit stuck because I couldn't do anything to change the way I was feeling about my job, and I couldn't do anything at all, basically, in general. which is not really okay. Enough with this. This is basically the just setting a bit of the story of how I was feeling and what the job was doing to me. When I got home, I was always like very drained of energy. I didn't want to do anything. I stopped playing the games that if you know me, you know that I play, I'm gonna say this, don't cancel me, Genshin Impact. I know. I play Genshin Impact every day for years. For years, okay? And I only stopped when it got a little bit too hard for me at work. And I got it back after, like, I go back into it after I quit my job. That's just one of the indicators, but I wasn't knitting, I wasn't crocheting. That's something I have been doing regularly. Like, I've always had a project. If you ask any of my friends, you know that I bring my project with me. Like, if we're having a conversation in a coffee shop, I might just pull out the little crochet hook and start crocheting. It's just who I am. I'm one of those annoying people, I don't know. But I really do like to crochet, and I like to do that a lot, so you're just stuck with me. When I quit my job, I was at a place when I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do with all of this time? Because obviously I was working 8-hour shifts in the most inconvenient way possible, because it was like 11 a.m. to like 7 p.m. You can't really do anything. So it was just like, what am I gonna do with all of this free time? I don't even have to commute to work. Like, I was going insane. But then it proved that it was like so very easy when you had actually energy to do things. I was able to put my bedroom a little bit better, to decorate it a little bit. I was able to just like get back in touch with things that I liked. I read a book, which I hadn't done the whole year. I got back into gaming, I got back into writing, creative writing, serious writing, diary writing. It's just something that I really liked, putting my emotions into paper, putting my emotions in somewhere else that is not, well, me. Nonetheless, I started to realize how important it was for me to have a creative outlet if I was struggling. Because most of the times I have come to make a connection in my head that most of the times that I was struggling, I just needed to have that, little bit of confidence, little bit of something extra that I'm good at, not necessarily this very important, menacing thing, just, something creative to take the edge off it. Sometimes that could be watching a YouTube video, sometimes that could be watching a series, but I didn't have the energy to do that. I just doom scrolled on TikTok, which is something that I have always done, but like it got so very worse when I had nothing else to do. I'm not saying doom scrolling is bad if you need to doom scroll, but it's not the best thing for me with my personality. Might be the best for you. It's not the best for me. I don't think it's the best for anyone. Sue me. I just said it. Then this example came into my head and I was thinking about it. I was like, oh my God, because I have these little creative projects, but there's people who have bigger creative projects, like my friend Charlie, Carlos, in Spanish. Oh, that was like a fake accent. I'm so sorry. Carlos. He has a podcast. It is a podcast in Spanish, but it is a very good podcast. My friend is one of those people who really reflects a lot on the things that are going on in his life, and he puts them into words beautifully in his podcast that I will link down below, because I don't know how to link it over here yet, but I will put it down below, so you better go and take a lookie. He talks about a lot of issues that are just going on with him, which is kind of the same intentions I have with this YouTube channel, just like talking about issues that are in my head, so that maybe someone who's relating to them can also benefit from my thinking and be enriched by what I'm saying. In the last video, thank you so much if you watched it and if you subscribed to it. I really appreciate that. But in my last video, I talked about graduating and the amount of uncertainty that comes with finishing such a big time in your life. And now I'm talking from the perspective of someone who has gone through that part already and just wants to learn how to navigate adulthood. I'm not going to say adulting. I'm not a millennial, thank yet. But, she's something that I have had my mind on. I watched a video of this girl. I can't remember her name. Let me look it up. Wait, found it. Their name was Hello Erica. And they made a video titled Why You Need a Mini Creative Project, in which she has like a notebook and she kind of like sketches places instead of taking a quick picture of it. And I thought that was such a sweet idea. I also have a little notebook. It's right here. This little notebook right here that I, did myself, the stickers of it. It's not really filled. It's actually kind of just started. But it has words that I want to put into, someone else. This is kind of what started the idea of the whole, YouTube channel. And it's exactly what got me to make this video, because I think it is very important that you have a project. The project could be photography, the project could be painting, the project could be writing, the project could be making a YouTube video, the project could be streaming on Twitch. As long as you have something else, reading too. Can't forget reading. Reading is very important. The thing is that you should have a project that doesn't involve your mathematical side, your work side to come in, but just your more vulnerable part to come out so that you can stay in touch with it. Because I don't know, I really struggle with keeping in touch with my emotions, identifying my emotions, knowing when it's okay or when it's not okay to process said emotions, because sometimes I've had like a little bit of a burst, in places I shouldn't have a burst, like a buzz. But it's okay. We're learning. We haven't been given the tools, like there wasn't a manual when you were born, like, hey, this is how to deal with your emotions. So you're just like on your own until you figure it out. And, I like that. I like that idea, the little challenge. I just don't really think I was made for this, because I would like to have an idea of what my really emotions are. So cool. Anyway, that was tangent. Now that I am translating a book, and that is my quote-unquote job, because it's not really a job, it's just like extracurricular practices for my master's. but I take it as seriously as if it was a job. Like, I really like that, and I will make a video on it. Decided I have been filming the behind the scenes a little bit, I guess. But now that I have this work that is a little bit creative, I have indeed decided that just working in a hotel is not for me, and that I definitely need to be involved with something creative in my life, whether that is playing an instrument, reading, writing, whatever. I have mentioned writing how many times? Like, I was gonna set myself up. I was gonna say I'm gonna put a count thing here, but I don't know if I can do that. If I can do that, I will do it. I will be so proud of myself if I can. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. I think this video was a little bit more convoluted than the last one because this is something that I have been thinking about for a little less than what am I gonna do after my degree. But I think you can enjoy it and kind of reflect on yourself a little bit. Reflect not on yourself, by yourself, on this topic that I bring to the table because I'm a provider. And I hope that you tune in for the next videos that I'm gonna make, and that you enjoyed this one a lot. So thank you so much for watching. My name has been Jojo, and it will always kind of be Jojo. And I love you so much. Bye bye.